I'm Dove, and this is Ninja, and we've got some disc dog, or frisbee dog, tips for you today. Tip number 1, make sure you're using dog-safe discs. I personally like the Hero disc Supersonics, but there's lots of different types. Just make sure that they are specifically made for dogs. If you have a big dog that likes to bite hard, it's worth the extra money to invest in some Jaws or some Super Hero discs. Discs come in lots of different sizes. Pick the size that is appropriate for your dog, and always make sure that you're practicing your throws without your dog sometimes. You are 50% of the team. If you throw the disc well, then you can control what your dog is gonna do. And you wanna pick a more stable disc for this reason. This is not a very stable disc. This is not gonna fly very well. That's gonna be a little bit harder to control what your dog is gonna do. Versus if you pick a stable disc that's gonna fly nicely, the dog should chase it and be able to grab it very easily, making it a nice safe game because they catch and they run through. So when you're throwing the disc, if you aim up, your dog is gonna go up if they like to jump. If you aim it just level, chest level, then as it comes down, most dogs will just grab it and safely run through, landing nicely if they did leave the ground. One thing you might see disc doggers do is send their dog around them before they throw. This is to make sure the dog is already traveling in the direction they're going to throw. That way the dog can track it and catch it more easily. If you don't want your dog going around you, you can also just teach them to turn to the right if you're right-handed, and then throw. That puts my dog already facing the direction I'm going to throw. If you are right-handed, you want to send the dog around you from your right side to your left side to throw a backhand. If you're left-handed, you actually want to send the dog from your left around to your right to throw a backhand with your left hand. Switch. Good boy. One common thing I see in disc is the dogs like to chase the disc, but they're not actually catching. This could be for 2 reasons. If you send your dog around and you look for your dog and then you throw, it gives your dog a chance to get out there to catch the disc. If you have a fast dog, you can throw as soon as you see them come around. If you have a slower dog, you can tell them go and teach them to run out just a little bit more and then throw. It just puts your dog in a better position to be able to catch the disc. Around. Good boy. One thing people often ask me is how to get the dog to catch the disc more reliably when the dog is fast enough to get to the disc, but they're failing on the actual catching part. It could be a lack of confidence grabbing that blade edge of the moving disc. What you can do to build that is actually throw rollers. When the roller is rolling along the ground, it teaches the dog to grab that blade edge and pick it up. This is safe to do for young dogs and puppies. When you throw a roller, you can just have a backhand grip, but I'm going to arc it like a rainbow and just release it towards the ground so that it rolls. I do not want to throw it into the ground, just a nice gentle release. Switch. Good boy. Once your dog is reliably grabbing those rollers off the ground and picking them up cleanly, then you can move to short tosses in the air, and you want to actually throw to the side of the dog a little bit and have them move into the disc to catch it. Catch. Good boy. Catch. Yeah. Another common disc dog problem is dogs that don't like to give back the other disc. They'll retrieve it and bring it to you, and then they like to hang on to it. My solution to that is play with 2 discs. Once the dog brings one back, show them the other one and ask for an out or a drop. Once they spit out the first one, you throw the second one. The one in their mouth becomes boring, so you might have to really entice them to lock on to the one in your hand. But as soon as they out or drop that, mark that with a yes and immediately throw the next reward, which is the second disc in your hand. All right. Good. Out. Another thing is I'm gonna pick up that first disc that I had when my dog is away from me, so there's no conflict with them wanting to rush back and grab that first disc. They should be in pursuit of the second disc when you pick up the first one. Good boy. Out. Thanks for watching, and I hope those tips help you improve your disc dog game with your dog. Dog catch.